So I've just arrived off my flight from Central America, and I'm here in Havana, Cuba. I got my man Leandro driving, and yeah, weather's amazing. It looks really cool. Lots of old cars running around, and it kind of feels like a bit of a cliche. It kind of feels like I've gone back in time a little bit. Really cool, really excited to be here. Let's start out by exploring Havana tomorrow. Okay, so I've just arrived at my hotel. I guess it's not really a hotel, it's a guest house. They call them Casa Particulares here in Cuba. And what they are is they're guest houses. They're families that own 4 or 5 extra rooms in their house, and they rent them out to tourists. And you can find them on various websites or in Lonely Planet or stuff like that. And I'm at one called Casa Colonial in downtown, the old town, Havana. And I'll show you around this place a little bit, but it's already getting late and I'm exhausted. I've been up since 2 in the morning. You're probably wondering what I'm doing in Cuba. I'm here for 21 days. And as I mentioned, I just arrived, and I'm with Intrepid Travel for the first 8 days or so. We're starting here in Havana. I meet up with the group tomorrow, and then we're off to Las Terrazas, and then another destination along the way. So there's going to be 3 videos from that Intrepid tour, including this video here. And then I'm off to the west. No, I'm off to the east of Cuba after that tour ends, and I have 10 days where I'll be in a bunch of different places like Cienfuegos and Trinidad and Santa Clara and other places along the way. So I'm really excited for Cuba. I can't express how excited I am for this trip. Just coming in from the airport in my old Lada taxi with all the old cars, it was like I was in some sort of time warp where half the cars and half the people were from the past, and then there was like an infusion of the future mixed in. You had these brand new taxis and brand new cars mixed into the past, and it was a strange sensation and a really strange feeling, to be honest. It was just something I've never experienced before, and in general I think it was the best visual experience, the best travel experience I've felt in a while. A really long time. It's taken a lot to shock me these days after, traveling through Africa and South America and Asia and all this stuff these days. And just feeling Cuba has been so cool so far, and it's only been 2 hours since I've been here. So as I mentioned, I've just arrived and I'm exhausted, and now I'm blabbing to the camera. So what I'm going to do is, apparently there's a beautiful view from the top of this particular guest house. And so it's almost sunset. I'm gonna go up and photograph the sunset. I'm gonna crash, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do my own personal walking tour of Havana before meeting up with the tour group. So I'll head out early in the morning tomorrow and do that. So I'm gonna leave you right now. I'll check in tomorrow at some point from the road here in Havana, Cuba. And then we're gonna meet up with our tour group, with Intrepid Tour Group, and we're gonna head out on the road. So this is episode 1 of 3 or 4 on-location videos here with Intrepid Travel in Cuba, and I'm so excited about it. I'm so stoked. This is gonna be a blast. So this morning shooting was pretty good. I got pretty decent light for the most part. I think I got some cool photos there in the old town of Havana. I shot the Plaza of the Cathedral and then San Francisco Plaza as well. And right now I'm off to meet my group and join my Intrepid trip for the next 8 days. So I'm moving from my Casa Particular here to another Casa Particular. And one of the reasons I love Intrepid and traveling with Intrepid is they kind of do things like backpacker plus ways. They do things locally. So we're staying in Casa Particulares rather than big fancy hotels that are quite expensive here in Cuba as well. But on my way there, I think I'll show you around this Casa Particular. In particular, this is Casa Colonial, or Casa Colonial. And yeah, it's a really great place. They've been absolutely lovely. This place costs 25 CUC a night, which is about $23 a night, about $23 a night. And then breakfast was another $5 or $6 and was fantastic. It was fresh fruit, coffee, eggs, bread. It was really good. So anyway, let me show you around this place. I'm gonna join up with the Intrepid trip and then we'll get out of Havana tomorrow. So I met up with my Intrepid group last night and we were just exploring kind of like the suburbs of Havana right now. We're at a place called Casa Fuster, and this is like, this dude has created all these tiles all over the whole neighborhood. So the whole neighborhood is decorated in these really cool tiles. We're gonna go into his house now, but really the entire neighborhood is covered with his art and his style, and a really cool part of town. And yeah, the group seems cool so far, which is awesome. A bit of a mix of people, young people, all the way into about middle-aged style people. So it's a really mixed group, a cool group. We're gonna check out Casa Fauster, I think it was called. And then we're on the way to Las Terrazas. So let's explore a little bit here on the suburbs of Cuba, or of Havana. So we've actually made it to VIñales, which is our first destination. I think we were supposed to go through Las Terrazas on the way, but the plans changed because of hotel availability. Here we're at a Casa Particular, a house, a guest house. And yeah, I'm gonna call it an episode now. This was just really an introduction video to Cuba, an arrival and a meeting of the group, and you know, checking out some of those cool sites on the edge of Havana. And tomorrow I'm gonna start a new episode from VIñales, so there'll be an episode from VIñales in the coming days for you guys. VIñales looks absolutely beautiful. The mountains look like I'm gonna get some cool photos, and the street life looks pretty cool too. A lot of people out on porches and relaxing outside, so I might be able to get some portraiture and street life stuff here. So landscapes, portraits coming up on the next episode here from Cuba. Be sure to stay tuned. I'll catch you next time. Peace.